And we're going to take our set of crimpers, and first off, you need the right set of crimpers. Hello. Hey guys, how are you doing today? We got a network project we're doing, and I wanted to show you how, if you find a network cable that's like that and doesn't have a end on it on one side, but does on the other side, how to fix that, how to replace it. It's actually an easy, simple fix. No need to go out and buy a brand new network cable. These are really easy to work on and really easy to do. So let's just get started. A couple things you'll need. First off, you'll need either some wire pliers, something you can strip the cable with, a crimper, and most importantly, an end, a network cable end. So make sure it's the right one, not a phone cable, but a network cable end. I know people are going, phone cables, who has those? Well, they're still around. So but it's a network cable end. So one of the first things you do is you're going to grab your end like that, and you're going to take a good chunk. Now, we're not going to use the whole piece when we go to put it on the network cable end, but we will need quite a bit of space, and I'll show you why. Makes it a little bit easier to get the cables aligned. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our wire pliers, and we're going to come in here. We're going to go about that much distance, and you'll see why we need about that much distance. But we're going to come in here, we're going to splice this cable open. Alright, so we've got the cable split like that, and we're going to just pull that right off so it just pops just like that. And one of the things you want to do is you want to make sure that you didn't nick or damage any of the other cables that are in there. If you did nick them, then we can start over. It's not that big of a deal. If you do get it just a little bit of the lining, you just want to make sure you don't want to destroy the cables. Alright, so, and actually, I think I might have gotten that one. Nope, it's all good. But I did get that one. See, that's what happens if you get too deep. You end up breaking a cable off. So if that happens, it's no big deal. Just grab your cutter, cut it, and start over. So you don't want to make too big of a deal out of it. Don't worry about it. Just start over. And it's important not to destroy the end parts of this cable, and just you got to be a little careful when you're doing it. No big deal. It happens. I've been doing cable stuff for years, and it still happens to me every now and then. All right, so we've got it cut, and it's correct this time. We don't have any issues with it this time. So you see all the wires are hanging out. A couple things you want to pay attention to when you're working on these cables, though. Now that's a manufactured end. We're not gonna do a manufactured end like that, but we'll make it look neat and get it set in there correctly. But one of the things that you want to pay attention to is the color of the wires that are in this cable, because it makes a difference. There's two different standards when you make cables. There's 568A and 568B. You don't have to remember those. Just remember A or B, because they're two different standards, and it's a different way that the cables go in. One starts with orange as your primary color. The other one starts with green as the primary starting color. And so it's just important to know, okay, which color do I start off with in this one? and you want to make this match this. You don't, if you put them differently, you'll get a what's called a crossover cable, which isn't, it's not a crossover cable. It's somewhat like a crossover cable. You'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4 that'll be crossed over, and so you want to do it a little bit different. Crossover cables are completely different than that, but you'll have errors when you do that, and it won't work properly. This cable happens to be B, which is one that's used more often. It starts with white orange, and that's what we're going to start off with this one. So we'll start off with white orange and orange, and we'll just untwist these cables, get them all untwisted. And I know they look long, but trust me, in the end, you'll want them this long, because when you go to put them all together, it makes a huge difference. All right, that's brown, that's blue. All right, so now that we've got them all separated, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with white orange and orange. So we'll take this white orange out and this orange piece together like this, and we'll take them and we'll kind of massage them out. You see how I'm doing this? And what that does is that brings them out like this. It takes out the twist that's in them and makes them straight. Okay, now the part of the 568B that we're going to do is we're going to take, so we're starting with white orange and orange. The next one is white green, and then not green but blue. So it's white orange orange, white green blue. And then after we do that, we'll do white blue green, and then white brown and brown. And that's the entire set of the cables. It's the order that they go into, and you want to make sure that they stay in that order. See, this white blue and this green wanted to kind of get out of order, and that helps when you do this massaging act for them. You just straighten them out and you get them all set correctly. All right, so now we've got white orange orange, white green blue, white blue green, and white brown and brown. And so now we're going to take these and we're going to massage them a little bit, and we're going to do a little measurement right here, and that measurement is about your thumb. Okay, not your full thumb, but about half your thumb length is where you want to get it set to. And I do that because when we go to put this cable in, if you'll look, it's about half the length of my thumb. Okay, but we want to get the part of the sheath in there as well. So we don't want to just do just the cables. We want to get part of this piece in there as well, and I'll show you how to do that. So now we've got the cable all set, ready to go, and we've got it cut. We got to make sure it's all set together: white orange orange, white green blue, white blue green, white brown brown. And now we're going to take this and we're going to cut it. So again, I'm going to measure out to half of my thumb length, and I'm going to take the cutter. I'm going to cut it right at the end of my thumb. So it's like right at the end. I know that's hard to see, but it's right at the end of my thumb. We're going to cut it. We missed the orange cable, so we go back and cut it. All right. I'm going to make one more cut to make sure it's even. There we go. All right, so now we've got all the cables. They're right there. They're close to even. When we go to put them in there, they'll straighten out a little bit. All right, so now you take the end. Make sure that your orange, and always do it this way, that you put the tab side of the connector face down. You take your white orange cable and you put it to the left side, and you just put it in there. Now when you get it in there, you're going to push a little bit, and what that's going to do is that's going to get that sheath inside the cable. Okay, so you see how it's in there. So one of the things you want to do though is you want to make sure that all your wires are in the same order: white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. And actually, funny thing, I don't know if you can really see that, but my green cable moved. My green cable is all the way over to the far left side of this picture where it shows all the way next to brown. So it moved, and that's wrong. So we got to take that out. Move that white brown cable over. Make sure everything else stays in line. And then reinsert this to make sure that it's right. And there it is. That is right. So it's white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. All right. Now that it's in there, we want to make sure that it's also as close to the end piece as you can get it. So you should be able to see them all through the end there. And then we're going to take this, and we're going to take our set of crimpers, and first off, you need the right set of crimpers. Hello. All right, so there's a difference. These are 6-wire crimpers. These are 8-wire crimpers, and there's a huge difference in them. All right, so what we'll do is we'll take the crimpers and we'll just slide the cable in there like that, and it's like that. We'll make sure that sheath is in there, and then we'll just press down. You'll feel a little crunch, and what that's doing is that's putting all the cables and stuff in there. That's crimping that piece down that's right there, and that holds that sheath in place, so you can't pull this whole thing out. It's done. If you mess this part up, it's okay. Just clip it here and start over, okay? But we've got it in there. It's all set, ready to go, and it's all done with. It looks nice, neat, and professional. Not quite like the machine, but it's functional, and this piece right here is protecting the cables inside, so it's not gonna bend and break and everything like that. One of the things for new beginners that are doing this, if you have a tester, use a tester. I will link a tester down below in the description. It's not a very expensive tester, but all it's going to do is test to make sure that your cables match out, and it'll actually tell you the length of your cable as well. It's very important to use that when you very first start out, because sometimes you'll get the cables mismatched or incorrectly in there, or you won't get them all the way in there, and sometimes you'll nick that cable and you won't notice it, and it'll short out the cable. So I'll put that in the description. And if you got anything out of this video, if it helped you at all in any way, make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. We'll do more video updates, tech updates on this channel. If you have a tech question or something that you need an answer to, put it down in the comments below, or send me a message and I'll get to it when I can, and we'll post a video about it. Anyway, y'all have a great and a blessed day, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.